Hello everyone, my name is Camilla and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first real video and I'm so excited. For my first video I thought I would start with something very simple, which is my summer everyday makeup routine. During the summer I do not wear makeup every day, but if I want to have some makeup on, this is what I would do. Usually if I want something extremely simple, then I just curl my lashes, put some blush on and that's it. But if you want to see what I do with a little bit more makeup, then keep on watching. So first I'm gonna put my hair up because I don't want it to get in the way. So first thing first, before we start to do any makeup, it is extremely important to put SPF on, especially during the summer. You can use whatever sunscreen you have. I'm using 50+ sunscreen and then I just put it straight on my face. Sunscreen is extremely important because not only it does protect you from the sun, but it also helps to prevent wrinkles. Okay, so now that we have SPF on, we're gonna start with makeup. For my primer today, I'm gonna use the NYX Honeydew Me Up one and just put it all over my face. I really like this primer because when it dries down, it's a little bit sticky, so the foundation grabs onto it much better. Okay, so for foundation, I'm using the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, this one, and I'm just putting on a few drops. When I use more light covered foundations, I like to use a brush to blend it out because I feel like it's much easier than a beauty blender. This one is maybe a little bit light, but we're gonna fix it with bronzer later. Also, if I look down here, it's because my mirror is here. So as you can see, my skin now still looks like skin, but it is a little bit more flawless. And it got rid of some redness or general imperfections. Now that we have the foundation going on, I like to go in with concealer, which gives me a little bit more coverage. I put a tiny bit of concealer under my eyes. I do 2 dots here, and then a little bit here. And then for my eyes, that's it. I also put concealer on any blemishes or imperfections that I have. So like down here, I don't know why I have a lot of imperfections going on, but we're gonna cover that up with concealer, and that's pretty much it. And then I usually take my finger and just blend it out with my finger. And I also like to bring it on my eyelid. Okay, so as you can see, this gave me a little bit more coverage without covering everything up, and it still looks natural. And I also don't like putting too much concealer on because I feel like it becomes too cakey. Okay, so this is my foundation and concealer done. As you can see, it is still very natural, it still looks like skin, but I got rid of any imperfections or redness that I have. During the summer especially, I like to use cream products. So obviously foundation, cream concealer, but I also like to use cream bronzer and cream blush. So after concealer, I go in with a cream contour stick. I use the NYX Wonder Stick Highlight and Contour Stick, and I take the dark shade and I go in kind of like a tree shape. So I go on my forehead, here, and then also a little bit on my jaw. And then same thing on the other side. I also like to bring it on my nose to contour it a little bit, and then a little bit under my lips. I then take an angled dense brush and I just blend it out going upwards. You don't want to take it too down because it will look weird. You just want to take it and then bring it up. As you can see, it blends immediately and it looks very natural and beautiful. I also blend it down here, and then same thing here. I try to keep it more on the outer side of my forehead. So same here, going up without bringing it down too much. And I don't use too much pressure because I don't want to move the foundation and the concealer that I put on before. So you want to use a very light hand and just blend it out. Same thing here, you want to use a light hand and just bring it up and bring it here underneath the front of your brow to make it blend nicer into the natural shadows of your face. As you can see, this brought back some of the warmth onto my face, and it gave me a little bit more of a sculpted look. Now I go in with a little bit of cream blush. I use the Milk Makeup blush in Work. This is both for lip and cheeks, but I prefer to use it on my cheeks. So I just take some of it, and I really love blush, so I put quite a lot on. I try to keep it on the outer part of my face without bringing it down too much, because it will look like I have just two blobs of redness on my face. You want to frame your face with blush and contour, so you want to put it above your contour or bronzer or whatever you put down, and don't bring it too much into the center of your face. Just keep it here. I put a little bit here on the bridge of my nose and a tiny bit under my nose to make it look like I'm kind of sunburned. And then I take again the same brush that I used to do my contour with, so that they blend nicer together. And same thing that we did before, you don't want to bring it too much down, and just keep it where you put it. So you want to go like this, and if you have something left on your brush, you can bring it slightly on the apples of your cheeks, but don't bring it too much. So you can obviously put on more or less depending on what you like. So I like to use for now a cream highlighter, because it gives me more of a glow from within rather than like a streak of glitter on my face. So I take again my NYX stick, and the other side is a highlighter, and I just take it and put it on the high parts of my cheek. So you want to put highlighter exactly where the light hits naturally your face. So if I turn, you can see exactly where the light hits my face, and you want to put highlighter exactly where that is. So I want to put highlighter here, and then a little bit on my brow bone, and then tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and then a little bit on my cupid's bow and on my chin. And then that's it. And I want to take again my finger, I'm going to blend that out. So now that we finished with all of our cream products, our base is done. But we have to do one last thing, which is setting powder. I don't like to use much setting powder during the summer because it mattifies my face and I want to look glowy and dewy. But I do need some powder, especially underneath my eyes, in the center of my forehead and on my nose, because that's where I get more oily. I want to look glowy but not oily. So I take the, what is this? The Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder from NYX, and I just put a little bit, not too much. You wanna put a little bit on the cap, and then with a small dense brush, take some of it, tap off the excess, and then put it right under your eye. You don't want to bring it down here because we put our highlighter here. So you just want to keep it under your eyes, on both of them. And powder prevents creasing. So the fine lines that you have under your eyes, it's where the concealer is gonna set most. So if you put powder on it, it's gonna set it and the concealer won't crease. And I also like to put some of it on the center of my forehead, and then a tiny bit on the sides of my nose and on my nose. And whatever I have left on the brush, I want to put on my chin and down here. So that's all the powder we're going to use. I'm going to put this back, and now we're done with the base. So as you can see, the base is very natural. We have a glow that looks like it comes from within. We have some rosy cheeks, some contour to frame our face, and that's it. And my skin still looks like skin. So now that we're done with the face, we're going to move on to the brows. To be honest, I don't do much with my brows because I have naturally pretty full brows. But I do take a spoolie and just put my eyebrows in place. And then if I feel like it, I'm gonna take an eyebrow pencil. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso. The other side is a very skinny brow pencil. And I'm just gonna use it to define my brow. I'm gonna start from the beginning of my brows and just draw a line down here. And then here, as you can see, my brows here are a little bit more sparse. So I'm gonna put some right here. a line on the top of my brow, and I put this product exactly where my natural brow is. I don't want to change the shape of it. I just want to fill in the parts that are missing a little bit. And then what I do, I take it and I draw some very little individual hairs on the front of the brow. I take back my spoolie and brush through my brow to blend everything together, and that's it. So as you can see, this brow is a little wild, but here it still looks very natural, but it is a little bit more defined. So I'm gonna do the same thing on my other brow. So now that I finished both my brows and I really like how they came out, we're gonna move on to eyes. I honestly just put mascara on, but if I want to do something a little bit more fancy, I'm gonna take a shimmery eyeshadow and put it all over my lid. This one is the Kiko eyeshadow in 200, and as you can see, it is a very natural looking, beautiful pinkish shade. And I'm gonna use my finger because I think it works much better, and I'm just gonna put it all over my lid. So this is honestly all I do for eyeshadow because it's very easy. You just slap it on, it's very quick, and it brings a little bit more attention to the eyes. I use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, the pink one, which is my all-time favorite mascara, and I just put it on. And what I like to do with mascara, I like to wiggle it on the root of my lashes to bring some volume in the root of my lashes, and then bring it up. So wiggle it on the root and then just bring it up. And I feel like that's the best way to make the most out of your mascara. I also like to bring my mascara on my bottom lashes. I know not everybody likes that, but I do prefer that, so I'm gonna put mascara also on the bottom lashes. I always get mascara on my eyelid or down here, and what I do is just take one of these and just clean it up. But one thing to remember is to let the mascara dry before going in with this. Because if you clean up with this, when the mascara is still wet, you're just gonna smudge it around. Okay, so now that we're done with the eyes, the last step is lips. Most of the time I don't do anything with my lips, I just leave them natural like this, or I put on some gloss. It's the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. Or if I want to do something a little bit more fun, I take a red lipstick and just put the tiniest amount on my lips, and then that's it. This one is the Chanel Jumbo Longwear Lip Crayon in Rouge, and I like to put it on the inner parts of my lips and then just blend it out like this. And then I just rub my lips together and I blend it out with my finger if there's any harsh lines. I really like how it looks because it adds a little bit of color onto my lips, but it's not a full-on lipstick. So if you eat something or drink something, you don't have to worry about it because it's just gonna rub off without going everywhere. And then because it's summer, you tend to sweat a lot, it's hot outside. Last thing to do is setting spray. One of my favorite ones, it's the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I just shake it and put a little bit on. And then just go like this to make it set. Or if you have a piece of paper, that's even better. I don't have anything here, I'm gonna use my hands. And the setting spray, it's gonna help to set in everything that we just did, and it's gonna make the makeup last even longer. And that's it. I'm gonna take my hair out. And this is basically everything I do when I want to have a little bit of makeup on, but I want it to look very natural and beautiful and dewy. I'm gonna give you a close-up so that you can see what my skin looks like. So as you can see, everything looks very natural, and my skin still very much looks like skin. So this is everything I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed both the video and the makeup. I'm gonna link down below in the description box every product that I used, if I can find them, hopefully. You can also follow me on my Instagram, which is camilla.sabatino. and on my TikTok, which is again camilla.sabatino. If you like this video, please give a like, it really helps, and follow me on all my other social medias. I think I said everything I needed to say, and I really hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!